It's Dre P. Lotus Harris, and we're back with week 11 of Brandon Bill Institute. And today we're going to talk about authority, partnerships, and expansion. Okay, yeah, those are three big words, man. When I say big words, I mean powerful words. Authority, partnerships, expansion. That seems like we talking big. We talking about doing major things right now. So some of the things, some of the ways you want to increase your authority positioning. We talked about this before, but we're gonna like try to bring it home a little bit more. So authority positioning. So we're just gonna talk about some ways you can increase that. So some of the ways you can do that, you can publish your insights. Okay, so that could be make a blog, make a post, or make a video just talking about your insights, talking about what you know. Or it's kind of good to get things published like officially, like by a third party, because then that just gives you more credibility. So if you can get something that you said posted on someone else's YouTube channel, like a credible YouTube channel, or get something that you wrote into a credible publication or onto a credible blog, that's what I mean by publish your insights. Because you can always just get on your platforms and talk about your insights. But if you really want to build authority, then publish your insights on other credible platforms. What else? Speaking engagements. Get out here and speak as much as you can. Find opportunities to talk. Find opportunities to get in front of people and talk about what you do, or talk about what you know. Talk about what your brand is. Talk about what you care about. Find ways to get in front of people and talk. Speaking engagements. You don't have to be, it doesn't have to be paid, but it does have to be filmed. Every time you get in front of people and talk, it needs to be filmed. Okay? And use that with content in your content. And guess what? That's how you build authority. Because people see you talking to people about something. That makes you more credible than someone who's just at home talking about it. Okay, media features. We all would love that, right? We would all love to just be on the front page of the newspaper. But you kind of got to do something newsworthy to get featured in media. You got to do something that's exciting, something new, something that matters to people. So come up with an angle, come up with a story. That's where public relations comes in. How do you relate to the public? Because if you can relate to the public, then that's newsworthy. If it's something that the public can relate to, then it's newsworthy. So find a way to relate to the public and submit that to media outlets that maybe cater to the people that you're actually connecting to. Those are just some more ways to establish authority. Okay, I had to go over that. Okay, what else we got? So strategic partnerships. Let's talk about that. Okay, so I love strategic partnerships because they help you move faster. They help you get things done. So with strategic partnerships, like what do we have for that? Examples. You could be, you could do a guest appearance. Okay, do a guest appearance on something, on someone else's podcast, on somebody that does something similar to what you do. They have an audience kind of like yours. Do an appearance on their podcast. Do both. Like y'all come on my podcast and I'm gonna come on y'all podcast and let's just network. Let's just partner on that level. Like we all trying to grow out here, right? Joint webinars, which is kind of the same thing. It's kind of just collabing, but that's just a whole like another idea of like doing a webinar with somebody. Like you can really take it there. Like do a webinar. Like you could do a webinar with me. Let me know. We could do a webinar. Affiliate relationships. So yeah, affiliate relationships. That's like if you're kind of like a brand ambassador for someone, you can enter into a relationship to where you're helping them sell their product or they're helping you sell your product. Either way. But an affiliate is kind of like if you have a product and you pay people a commission to either like help you get leads or help you make sales, then that's your own little affiliate program. You can have people be affiliated with you, or you can be an affiliate for someone else. That's another type of partnership. And that's just another way of like building authority and then also establishing a partnership. So next, what are we talking about? Media exposure. That's kind of part of expansion. All right, because you want media exposure. And good way to get media exposure is get on podcasts. Generally podcasts that are like cater to your niche. Get on those podcasts, as many of them as you can. Start a podcast. Crying out loud. Start a podcast. Events are a great way to get media exposure, especially if you're doing a community event or something that's like tied to a cause or something that just really reaches a nice group of people, like a big group of people that you're concentrating on. Or it could even be a small event focused on a very specific group of people, and that works too, because that can get you media exposure as well. So either way, big events, big or small. Okay. Industry publications. I guess we kind of talked about that a little bit. So just getting published in a credible platform. So that's like magazines, newspapers, brochures, whenever however you can be included. Chamber of Commerce directories, any type of business directory that you can get into, things like that. That helps you get more exposure. So find all those different ways to get your business out there. Another thing, I guess, with events, we can put sponsorships. That's an awesome way to get exposure is by sponsoring events. You can get your name out there. And I guess kind of either way, that kind of works with partnerships too, because you can sponsor events to get your name out there, or you can even partner with someone to sponsor your event. And that just helps you be able to advertise it more and get both your names out there. So keep that in mind. Let me circle that because sponsorships are huge. Can't emphasize that enough. I erase too much, but it's okay. So expansion strategy. How are you going to expand? I'm gonna give you some tips on how to expand. Okay, expansion strategy. How do you expand? I guess the first thing that comes to mind is just do more, offer more, right? So shoot, additional offers. After you get good with this, the offers that you start off with in your launch, and you want to grow, like you're doing good with this offer, and now you want to expand more, like let's create another offer. How about that? That'll be the first thing. Second thing, be team growth. We can invest into a bigger team. Community growth. We can build a bigger community, get more people in the community, more hands on deck. We need all hands on deck. As much help as we can get. New markets. Okay, let's expand to new markets. Let's go to new areas. Our service is doing good here in this area, but we haven't tried it over there. And we did some research and we found out that there's a need for what we do over there. So let's expand. Let's take the show on the road. Let's see how we can do over here, even just to test it out. Let's test out a new market. If it doesn't work out well, we'll come back here and then we'll test something else. But those are some expansion strategies, okay? And I'm kind of talking down the road on this because expansion will be something that happens after you have kind of established yourself. These are kind of next steps that I'm just want to put it in your mind because remember, it's about the vision that you have. So you need to be able to see like down the road, like your 10-year legacy, you need to be able to see expansion. You need to be able to see like not only your first initial offer being successful, you need to see yourself having additional offers. You need to see yourself having team growth. You need to see yourself expanding into new markets. You got to visualize that. Because, like I said, we're not doing nothing small here. We're building something big. And this system, this Brand and Build Institute, it's made to facilitate that growth for you. Like it's made to facilitate the growth all the way from where you are now to where you want to be. So the sky is the limit with this, y'all. So don't put a limit on yourself. I'm not gonna put a limit on you, so don't put a limit on yourself. So that's what we're talking about. Expansion, man. So that was week 11. Authority, partnerships, and expansion. Okay. Hopefully y'all got the concept of that. That's more of what we're doing and what we're like the goal of where we want to get to, but you do need to be able to see yourself as an authority figure. You need to start thinking about different partnerships that you're gonna have. You need to start thinking about ways that you're going to expand because you are going to expand. Your business is going to be successful, your launch is going to be successful, and you're going to expand. So you need to always be able to visualize that destination because that's going to be your motivation to get through the day to day. I'm telling you, you're going to need that to get through the day to day. But that's what it is. You should have enough info to go ahead and finish your assignment, do your assignment, and come into the live stream and let me know how we doing. I'll be going over the assignment in the live stream. We can talk about whatever. So just let me know if you got any questions, and we'll be back next week.